One of New Day's favorite places to get away for a mini vacation is just north of the border to Whistler, Canada. It's a spectacular drive in the summer, or really any time. And at the heart of the Whistler Village is Araxi restaurant led by James Beard-winning executive chef James Walt. He is here with one of the dishes that exemplifies his internationally known farm fresh, locally grown menu. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
It's a little bit of a drive to get to us.
Yeah.
So what are you making today?
Well, today I just wanted to, this dish to me kind of reflects it this time of year, and I was just going to make an asparagus salad.
I love asparagus. Thank you for choosing those.
Yeah, no, me too, and it's at its peak right now, so, you know, asparagus, you really only have about 4 weeks to enjoy it locally, so we do this dish with it. Now, normally I would grill the asparagus, but today I'm just going to use a dry frying pan.
Okay, so you're just putting a little, is it olive oil?
I actually use grapeseed oil, so I put a little bit of grapeseed oil, and then I've made the seasoning is what I call a curry salt. And it's 1 part curry powder and 2 parts salt.
Oh, so we can do this at home.
Yeah, and it's really easy. You can keep it in an airtight container, and
I love all these flavored salts that are getting to be so popular now.
Yeah, and it adds a little element to something that's quite simple. So
I tend to overcook my asparagus. So what do we look for when we pop this in the pan?
Well, I blanched it ahead of time, and by blanching, that's I cooked it in lightly salted water for a minute and a half, 90 seconds, and then I refresh it in cold water, so it's partially cooked.
Okay.
And then for this application, I don't peel the asparagus. Sometimes I would peel it because I kind of want that sort of charred skin. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of let it lightly brown in the pan. And caramelization really kind of bolsters the flavor and makes it really, you know, you can really taste the asparagus.
I like just hearing about it. It's going to taste really good because it sounds really good.
Yeah.
So you really believe in going with the season, using your local farmers market, you know, being very, very conscious about that as you go about your menu planning.
100%. And I think what a lot of people don't know about Whistler is I actually live, it's about a 20-minute drive north, an area called Pemberton. And in the summer at our restaurant, 60 to 70% of all the produce I use in my restaurant all comes from Pemberton.
We are looking right now at you out in the field, outstanding in your field there, getting some food. Wow, that must be fun.
Yeah, and I take it very seriously, and the asparagus is from North Arm Farm, the egg is from North Arm Farm, so it's, yeah, you should...
I'm sorry, we were just looking at the animules.
Oh, right.
All right, so what have you done with the eggs? You've rolled them in something.
Yeah, so what I did with the egg is, I call it a crispy egg, and it's a really kind of easy technique, it's really fun, is I poached the egg beforehand, and so by poaching the egg, it's just gently simmering water. Right. You add a little bit of vinegar to the water, just plain vinegar, and then you drop your eggs in, and I lightly poach them for 3 minutes. Take them out, again, similar to the asparagus, I cool them in chilled water, and then afterwards I kind of trim the egg up. So we started from here, you know, with your egg, and then we just kind of trim up the excess, and I get this beautiful, it's still soft, poached egg.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
And then afterwards, I just bread them in, just dip them in flour, and then you back into egg and an egg milk mixture, and then now I put them into what we call panko breadcrumbs, which is a type of breadcrumb, and then a bit of Parmesan cheese.
Right, okay.
And then now...
We're going to cook this. I'm going to stand back.
Yeah, no, that's great.
We have a lot of oil here in a very hot pan, and you've got it at
We're looking about 325? Yeah, 325, 330, and like you said, it's good to be safe when you're doing this. I've got a thermometer. I've got a, you know, obviously you don't want to fill the pan to the top.
Well, and I'm a coward. That's the other part of it when it comes to boiling oil.
And then we're just going to drop our egg in there.
Okay. So probably shouldn't, like, throw it from across the room.
No, yeah, you don't want to throw it at anybody, that's for sure.
So
and then that's just going to lightly cook for about 3 minutes. And then now what we're going to do, now you can see our asparagus here, how we've got the light char on there. Yep. You're really going to taste it afterwards, like it heightens the flavor, like I said, and...
That smells so good, and I love curry. But I imagine it's a very gentle flavor, right?
It is very gentle, yeah, and... But this dish is this is one we actually serve in the restaurant this time of year.
Look at you building a little asparagus house there.
Yeah, you want to build a little nest, and then we're gonna put the egg back in its nest.
Oh, that's cute! What a great idea. Your cookbook, by the way, is also just completely gorgeous. We have these sitting up here. You guys may want to take a look at it after the show. What a beautiful cookbook, and I want to learn from you because I think you are doing this just right. Look at the presentation. Okay,
so we've got
now what do we do?
And then I just made a little vinaigrette. This whole recipe is very, very simple. There's very few ingredients. There's 3 ingredients in here, which is sherry vinegar, 2 tablespoons of sherry vinegar. I've got a little bit of of grapeseed oil. Again, I like using grapeseed oil. I've also used grapeseed oil to fry. It's very, very low in saturated fats.
Okay.
It's not as expensive as, you know, using olive oil for everything.
Healthy.
And it's got a nice, clean, very neutral flavor. So when you add stuff to it, it really takes the flavor on. Olive oil is quite well flavored on its own.
Right.
So sometimes things will taste a lot like olive oil versus something that's more neutral. So
okay, we have just a few seconds, but I definitely want to see this dish
whole
up.
seed mustard.
Right over the top.
I'm just going to dress that lightly.
Isn't that beautiful, you guys? And then
we've
out
got
comes our little
egg.
our huevo.
Our little egg is in here.
Ready to go. So it browns up just a little tiny bit.
Yeah, we got a little bit of cheese in there, which kind of helps the browning. Now, the great thing about this egg, it's going to lightly season it, is we've got the cheese and everything in there, and then we just crisp up the outside, so inside the egg has gone back to being a nice, warm, liquidy poached egg. So when you cut into this egg, it's going to create like more of a sauce or whatever, and then that's your final presentation.
There you go.
Right there.
Beautiful. Love it. Love it. And just quickly tell us, you brought a couple little fancy things for our audience to taste today, too.
Yeah, I just thought the audience, I wasn't going to make an asparagus salad for everybody, but we've got some espresso macaroons and some fruit jellies that I brought down for everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's terrific. Thank you so much. If you'd like to try this incredible asparagus salad, we'll post the recipe on our website. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
We'll also provide details on Araxi's unique 4-course farm dinners in Chef Walt's outdoor kitchen this summer. It sounds like heaven. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up next, a pet parade of lovable animals looking for great homes. If you're looking for a pet, this is the place to be. We'll see you in just a sec. That is